Nichols throws into Krutner. Kamara, she tries to play it early across. Deflects off of a Lackawanna player. Able to be kept in by Cherubini. Collision there between Cherubini and Krutner. And it will be a foul called against Lackawanna, and Dragons now in a fantastic place to take a free kick. Discussion here between Molly Nichols and Sophie Jopes about who's going to take this one. The right foot of Nichols can go towards goal. And she will do just that. And it will be batted straight up by Andrioli. And a good save by the Lackawanna goalkeeper on that one. Fight for the ball. Poloni able to win it back. Played back by Kamara. Krutner gets it wide to Nichols. Nichols hits a cross in. Cut out by Apsley. Now Apsley is off to the races, trying to start a counterattack. Tries to play it up for Livelsberger, and Poloni does a great job of shutting down that counterattack. Now Howard will come back the other way. Riley Scott can't connect on the pass and just hit up the field by Gina Groff, as both teams will look to reset and regain their formations. 12-10 left in the first half. Dragons ahead 4-0. Now Krutner tries to cross it. Cherubini gets in the way, and it's going to be Krutner who shields off Cherubini, and it will be a corner kick for Howard. 4 early goals for the Dragons as Stangerlin scored her second goal of the season in the 4th minute. Tessa Snoddy scored her first of the year in the 5th minute. Molly Nichols with her third of the year in the 17th minute, and Amy Rodriguez with her second in the 26th minute, as it has been all Howard in this first half. Low cross in, and it will be Apsley who's able to just tap it away. Jopes gets back to it. Plays it back to Poloni. Poloni up into the box, and just a little bit too much as it will one hop to Andrioli. I think Poloni was looking to get a little bit more height on that one to try to give the Dragons forwards an opportunity to run onto it, and just got a little bit too low and skipped across the grass. Apsley gets position now. She will hit it forward, but Rollins was caught grabbing on to Apsley a little bit too much, and a foul is called. Apsley will pick herself up, and now will just stay there because once again, and now she is urging her team to get forward. Dragons trying to hold a high line on this free kick. The beautiful ball over the top. Headed forward. Rios tries to get it back, but Rollins picks it up. Now Rollins will look to counter. Finds Stangerlin. Stangerlin, one-time pass. Kamara is in. Yassine Kamara into the box. Takes another touch. Shot saved by Andrioli. As Yassine Kamara probably just took one too many touches. And if she shot just a little bit earlier, would have had a great angle to get around Andrioli. Stangerlin will try to cross it back in, and it will be out for a corner kick as the cross was deflected by Lackawanna. So trio of subs as Lillian Scott will come back in for the Dragons, and then Shade and Moore return for the Falcons. But The corner kick will play short. Now Riley Scott will hit it back to Nichols. Nichols plays into the box. Rollins gets it to Kamara. Kamara, left-footed shot, goal! Yassine Kamara, and she gets her first of the season. And Yassine Kamara just shielded off her defender, and a nice turn and shoot to get the Dragons ahead, 5-0. We have just under 9 minutes left in this first half. Howard in their best offensive performance of the season. And everything is just really clicking for the Dragons offense right now. Rollins chested down. Played through by Scott. It's going to be Rollins again. Rollins tries to just dribble through and just a few too many defenders, but Scott follows up. She's going to try her luck. Tries to slide it over to Rollins, but Rollins had a couple defenders in the way before the ball could get to her. Thrown in quickly. Scott able to get to Kamara. Kamara tried to turn, and all ball. Good play by Ashley Edlund. Now it's going to be Apsley looking to make a play around Poloni. Poloni trying to recover, but Apsley, again, good footwork. Tries to play through to Shade. Jopes in the right place to cut that out. Now Zubak gets it wide to Nichols. Nichols finds Poloni. Now she'll play it forward. Kamara will go to the corner. Great job by Poloni to set that up. Now Kamara one-on-one against Edlund, and a good diving effort by Edlund to take it off her foot. As Dvorak will come in for Kamara. Thrown in. And Lily Scott will come sliding through, and it will be out for a throw-in. Shade misplays that one, and now Howard could look to take advantage as Lackawanna was starting to move bodies forward. Thrown in quickly. Rollins lets her bounce over her, and it will be, I believe they're going to call it, yep, it's going to be a foul against Rollins as the referee signals that there is a push on the play. Rollins arguing with the official on that. Manweiler hit that forward, but a strong header away. Shade able to keep it in bounds. Will play it up. Garcia chasing it down, and Poloni forced to just play it out. And again, Lackawanna gets the chance to move forward and try to get a few bodies forward and see if they can find a goal to get one back before the end of this first half. Apsley trying to just get room to shoot is being harassed by Rollins along the way. Manweiler, she'll try a shot. That one's blocked away by Jackson. Played into the box. What a one-time hit. Oh, my goodness. Ashley Bruno took a curling cross in and just volleyed it into the side netting. As a great cross by Lexi Livelsberger put into a great spot. But Ashley Bruno with a fantastic mid-air volley. And Lackawanna is able to pull one back and make it a 5-1 Howard lead with just over 5 minutes left in the first half. Manweiler, she's got room to work with. There's just no Howard midfielders around right now. Now it's going to be Rollins, who does track back and does a good job to recover. She'll play it forward to Nichols. Nichols gets around her defenders. Nichols into the box. Crosses with her left foot. Sangerlin gets the volley and saved by Andrioli. Andrioli has a lot of work to do in this game. Now Lily Scott will try a long shot, and that will go wide. Sophia Andrioli has been asked a lot in this game, and she has been throwing her body in front of everything that she could, and makes another save. Now has 9 saves in this first half. Rollins gets to it first. Will play it through to Nichols. Nichols is called offsides on that play, and that's unfortunate for her, as she was going to be able to just take one touch and have a great look on goal. But the referee on the far side had his flag raised quickly and decisively on that one. Played low by Andrioli. Poloni misplays that one. Apsley trying to get around, and Apsley just a little bit too heavy on that touch. Murray now will take her time with the ball at her feet and will finally pick it up. Murray will go for one of her trademark booming punch. This will go over everybody. Scott trying to run onto it. Lily Scott into the box. Lily Scott shot, saved by Andrioli. And now a collision between two players, and the goalkeeper is down. And she appears to be hurt. Lily Scott trying to argue that the play should have continued, but with the potential head injury, the official had no choice but to stop play, as the Howard training staff will go and check on the Lackawanna goalkeeper. We'll take a quick break. Well, the good news is that Sophie Andrioli was able to get up and walk off the field under her own power. Unfortunately for her, she does come out of the game, and that means Emily Cherubini, who had been playing in the field as number 25, is now in the goal wearing her goalkeeper number 66 uniform. Cherubini, who played in the game yesterday as the goalkeeper for Lackawanna, will go back between the pipes. And the question about how the ball would be restarted after the loose ball in the box where the referee blew it dead has been decided that it will just be Lackawanna's drop ball to possess. So Cherubini will pick the ball up, and she will play the last 3+ minutes in goal. Now, Lily Scott picks the ball right back up. She is looking hungry, trying to get a goal. She pokes that away. Nichols finds Rollins. Rollins cuts it back to her left foot. Now to her right foot. Chips into the box. Scott chests it down. Hits it over the back of her head. Tried to do a little rainbow kick there. And it will be out for a goal kick. Cherubini hits a low kick. Dragons first to it. Scott leaves it off for Zubak. Zubak misplays that one, and it will roll to Garcia of Lackawanna. Now they'll try to take advantage. Manweiler. Back to Apsley. Apsley has a wide open player on the near side here. Doesn't see it. She'll instead go to the far side. And a good job by Celia Jackson as she'll cut that out. Now she'll make a bombing run forward. Jackson, a great through ball. Lily Scott is onside. Scott behind the defense. Has Dvorak in the box. She will cut to Dvorak. Dvorak shot! Saved by Cherubini. Connie Dvorak tried to just sort of let that deflect off her body. Didn't really get a shot on it as it was rolling into the goal, but a sliding effort by Emily Cherubini to keep that out of her net. Now Scott picks this one up. Stangerlin, she's in. Stangerlin will shot. That hits off the post. And it will go out for a goal kick. So the Dragons with another couple of glorious chances and cannot add to the score sheet on that play. Just a minute remaining in this first half. Cherubini. And this one will just go straight out of bounds as Shade tried to keep it in but was unable to do so. Nichols to the corner. And it will be out for a throw-in after it hit the hand of Edlund. Manweiler gets it up to Shade. Shade tries to hit upfield for Apsley, who is making a run forward, but that one will go out of bounds. Jobst throws it up to Scott, and Scott will try to just help it along forward,
10,
but
9,
nobody be
8,
there.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will do it for the first half. A great one for the Dragons as they will lead the Lackawanna Falcons 5-1 at intermission. We'll take a break and come back to you with second half action after this short break. Welcome back to Columbia, Maryland, the home of Howard Community College, as the Dragons women's soccer team ahead 5-1 in the first half. And right off the front step, as a hard collision there with Sarah Manweiler chopping away at the leg of Megan Zubak. Madison Zubak will stand over the ball, and Zubak will put a beauty into the box, headed forward by Stangerlin. Scott overlaps to Rollins. Rollins gets into the box. Rollins with the shot goes just wide. Beautiful 1-2 ball with Rollins and Lily Scott, and Rollins just couldn't quite curl it around to bring it back towards the goal. Hit forward by Emily Cherubini, who appears to be likely finishing out the game in goal for Lackawanna after the first half injury to starting goalkeeper Sophia Andrioli, who really played her heart out as the goaltender of the Falcons, but a collision in the last few minutes of the first half has her sitting on the bench. Stangerlin cross into the middle. Lily Scott trying to get through to it, and the swim move by Scott will see her called for an infraction. Scott was just trying to work her way to the ball, and the referee deemed it to be a pullback. And Scott still pleading her case to the official. Cherubini tries to get it up to Apsley, but taken by Dragons, and that is going to be a foul. This time it is going to be Scott who is fouled on the infraction, and this is going to be in a good spot for the Dragons, as it is in the center of the park, about 40 yards from the goal. Sophie Jobs will stand over it. She has had a lot of success of putting free kicks into the box from this spot. She'll go low with this one, and it just bounces right off her teammate Stangerlin and goes backwards. Now Apsley plays it forward, cut out by Jackson. Now Jackson tries to get it forward. Scott running onto it. Cherubini will just kick it out of her box, and a safe, probably smart play by the Lackawanna goalkeeper. Snoddy gets it to Zubak. Madison Zubak just powering through the Lackawanna defense. And Snoddy gets the ball caught up in her feet a little bit and out for a throw-in. For the Dragons, they get almost a week's break after this game before taking on Potomac State on Saturday, September 25th. That will be right here in Columbia for a 2 p.m. game. That ball falls to Lily Scott. Scott, the shot, dribbling towards the goal, saved by Cherubini. She got a good-sized piece of it on the first save and had to scramble backwards to make sure that the ball didn't just trickle into her own goal, but ultimately is able to keep it out of her net. So for the Dragons, that will be part of a doubleheader with the Howard men's team playing at noon on Saturday the 25th and the women playing at 2 o'clock in the headliner of the doubleheader. Played into the corner. Sonati, what a cross in. Volleyed by Scott, and Scott will put that just over the net Fantastic cross. Good effort by Scott to just try to put it towards goal. And Talia Stangerlin was also there, and she's indicating that she was just an inch away from heading it in. I think it might have been a little bit more than an inch, but it was still really a close play. Good job by all three Dragons on the front line there to create another good scoring opportunity. Cherubini gets it forward, but it rolls to Riley Scott. Shade tries to get pressure on, but Snotty first two. Apsley fights her way through to it. She leaves it off for Shade. Shade plays it forward for Bruno. And Poloni just plays it out, but it's going to be picked up by Livelsberger. Poloni hits it right to Shade. Shade's going to try a long shot, and that will go wide, but Murray will pick the ball up. We have a helicopter flying right over the field right now, providing some different ambiance than we're used to here. As offsides is called on the Dragons, as it was difficult to hear the whistle with the helicopter flying right over. Manweiler tries to play it forward, but Shade couldn't quite get there in time. Livelsberger will put on the high press and is able to cut that out as that pass goes right to her. Still fighting for it, but Riley Scott is on a third try able to get up to Snotty. Snotty, 1-2 ball with Zubak, but cannot keep it in play as that pass was just a little bit too far forward. Apsley gets forward, tries to get around Jackson, and Jackson, strong tackle, takes it off her foot. Now Snotty gets the overlapping Stangerlin. Stangerlin one-on-one, able to dribble around Maurer. Stangerlin into the box, slides it across, and Nichols tries to just dive for the ball to poke it in, and her second effort just puts the ball wide. An unselfish play by Stangerlin trying to tee up an open shot for Nichols, but Stangerlin probably should have just put that one on net, as you're not going to find many better opportunities than just dribbling it in right there. I have a feeling when looking back on the film at that one, Coach Seagroves is going to tell her forward that she needs her to be a little bit more selfish on that one and just take the shot. Rollins picks it up in the middle of the field. Now Rollins will pick her head up, tries to play Sonati, and Sonati is caught off sides. And the referee still is not caught on to the fact that his assistant referee was holding the flag up. But they will just let play continue. Riley Scott's first touch goes towards the way of the Falcons. Now Shade will play a beautiful ball over the top, looking for Livelsberger. Taking on Celia Jackson, gets it over through to Apsley. Apsley turns, she takes a strong shot, and that will go over the crossbar. She just tried to power that one into the net and just got a little bit too high on that. Jopes, good ball forward. Now the Dragons could catch the Falcons off. Lily Scott plays forward. Stangerlin is by herself into the box. Talia Stangerlin, she dribbles, she shot. Goal! Talia Stangerlin. And that time she did pull the trigger and let go a beauty of a shot. Her second of the game, third of the season. Give credit to Lily Scott on the assist, and the Dragons are ahead 6-1. So good job by Stangerlin to keep her composure. Snotty gets it to Zubak. Zubak forward to Stangerlin. Stangerlin again off to the races. Cuts it inside of Moore. This time she lays it off to Rollins. Rollins tries to get into the box. Surrounded by Falcons defenders on that one. And a good job by the Falcons to recover and prevent a goal. Jobst puts it back into the box. Rollins will pick it up. She's going to try a long effort and was leaning backwards on that one and couldn't quite get her foot through it. And that will go wide of the net. A foul is called there against Edland as Remy Rollins came flying through and was tripped up. Madison Zubak and Tessa Sonati having a conversation about how to play this one. And now it's going to be Sonati going wide. Zubak will stand over the ball. Zubak plays this one towards the goal. Cherubini will just walk up and pick it up on the one hop. Rolled out quickly to Shade. Give away there. Sonati trying to get around the Falcons defense. Again, showing that grit that she plays with. Still fighting through defenders. What a play by Sonati. She will be able to get the cross in, and that will be blocked away, but earns a corner kick. Strong effort by Tessa Sonati. Molly Nichols will go to the near side corner. Nichols plays it low. Shot by Dvorak, and that will go wide for volley. Cherubini will run the ball over to the far side, trying to find some space to work with. Nichols shoved on the play, but is able to get it forward. Zubak chips it into the box, and again, just a little bit too central and too hard on that. As that one will be picked up by the goalkeeper every time. On that play, you either have to go much wider to try to set up your teammate, put it much further in front of the box, or in that case, she probably had room to just walk up a few steps and maybe even try her luck at a shot there. So Coach Seagroves will likely take the opportunity to talk to her midfielder about making better use of those opportunities. Apsley Tries a long kick forward, and that will just bounce in front of Murray. Murray looking around for somewhere to go with it, but nobody's really looking towards her or working towards her to provide an outlet, so she will just go for the long punt. Swing and a miss by Edlund. Now Stangerlin is able to get past. Talia Stangerlin gets into the box. Stangerlin will try a shot. Saved by Cherubini. She's rolling around on it and able to roll on top of it to stop the play. A good save by Cherubini in the end. But another great opportunity for Stangerlin. Off the hand of Rollins, play will continue. Apsley tries to find Bruno on the play, taken back by Rollins. Rollins, what a run here by Snotty. She's on sides to the corner. Snotty will pick her head up, trying to figure out where to go. She'll cut it into the box. Left-footed, and that shot is going to be blocked away. Good play by Rios to be in the spot to prevent that from getting through to their goal. But it will be another corner kick for Howard. So for the Dragons, Nauman and Rodriguez come in. Snotty and Stangerlin go out. And for Lackawanna, Levelsberger and Garcia come back in with Shade and Groff heading towards the bench. Rollins comes first to it, tries to play it into the middle for Dvorak. Good touch by Leivelsberger as she tries to set Apsley free, but just a little bit too much on that one. Jobst plays it forward, but Dvorak about 20 yards off sides on that one. That will be the easiest call the official has to make all year. This will be Manweiler who tries to hit it forward. Lackawanna attempts to get some bodies forward, but that is going to deflect off of Lackawanna for a Howard throw-in. Poloni finds Jobs. Nauman will settle things down for Howard. Poloni mishit that one, but the effort of Rollins will bail her out. And then she gives it away. Apsley. Bruno slicing through the Howard midfield, but Job's there to intercept the play. Zubak has the ball taken away by Edlund, but the Falcons hit it out. Wind picking up right now. Now more of a cross breeze as it's going towards the near side of the field. Rodriguez crosses into Rollins. Rollins will try a shot. That one's blocked away. The ball stays in, but now it will hit off of the corner flag and will be out for a throw-in. And this time it will be hit out and will be a corner kick for the Dragons. Molly Nichols on the near side corner. She'll play it short to Riley Scott. Scott, great cross into the box. Cherubini tries to come all the way out, and she is able to grab it. And the Dragons were all standing still there with a fantastic cross in the box and just no effort by Howard to really go after it. Now Lackawanna will try to counter. But Shade will play it all the way back to Cherubini as Lackawanna looks to build up through possession. Cherubini gets it wide to Edlund, and Edlund just plays it out under pressure from Zubak. Rollins jumps up and heads that forward. Kamara trying to control it. Gets it forward to Rollins. Rollins, a collision between Rollins and Moorer. And it will go for the Falcons, but Riley Scott shields that out for a Howard throw-in. So Stangerlin and Snotty come back into the game with Rollins and Nichols heading to the Howard bench. Snotty, long throw in. Rodriguez unable to control that one. Stangerlin takes it away. Stangerlin plays it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to muscle her way through. A couple of Lackawanna players run into each other, and the referee calls a foul on Howard. And that one, frankly, was a questionable call, we'll say. Shade able to keep it in for Lackawanna. She'll play it forward. And just not enough white jerseys forward to put any pressure on Murray. She will throw it out. Sonati, who came all the way back to collect that one, tried to play a nutmeg ball through Edlund. Edlund able to close her legs in time for that, but it will go back to Riley Scott. Zubak, that's a nice soft touch to Sonati. Sonati now will play it through ball, trying to find Kamara, but Marr had the inside position, plays it back to Cherubini. Slices under that one. That one's going to stay inbound. An awkward play here, and Marr gets first to it to hit it upfield. Scott throws it forward to Kamara. Kamara able to get it. She's going to try to get into the box. Shrugs off the challenge of Edlund. Now she'll pass over to Nauman. Nauman shot. That one's blocked away. Nauman picks it back up. She'll play it off. Gets it to Sangerlin. That one is handled by Manweiler. No call by the referee. Now a shot by Rodriguez. And that goes wide. And Coach Segro is asking the referee, how is that not a handball? And the referee just waves her away. And that, I have to imagine, is a scoreboard-based official decision. Because that was as clear of a handball as you will ever see. Her hands way over her head, the ball going towards the net. Frankly speaking, that one probably should have been a penalty kick and a card for the deliberate handball for a ball going towards the goal, but we will continue play. Zubak able to play it off of Shade and when throw in for Howard. Dragons, who scored 5 goals in the first half, just 1 so far in the second half, trying to add to that tally. And a foul is called by the assistant referee on the near side. I'm not sure who they're going to call this on. The clock stops on the play, and a yellow card to Yassine Kamara. It looked like the Lackawanna player ran into the back of Kamara, and Kamara gets called for a yellow card. Some questionable decisions here. Now the Lackawanna player is down injured on the play. We will take a break as the Howard training staff attends to the injured player. continue here as the injured Lackawanna player is helped off the field. It was Alexis Marr who was down on the play, and she is able to walk towards her bench right now. Long ball played in. Rodriguez, she'll try a shot, and that one will go wide. Looks like Rodriguez may have tried a toe poke shot there and just couldn't quite get it on goal. Long ball forward by Zubak, and Kamara was just unable to get on the end of that one, but a good thought by Zubak there. Hit forward, headed straight up. Rodriguez fights to get the inside position. Now she'll look. Snoddy able to keep the line. Snoddy into the box. Tessa Snoddy cuts it across. Nauman shot, and she pulls that one wide. Jenna Nauman with so many great chances on goal, and just in some cases been unlucky. In that case, just not quite on the target as she continues to try to find a goal in this match. Kamara was there too, and that ball was just behind her. She was in a great position to get a shot off as well, but Cherubini gets it forward. Leivelsberger. And that will go off of Lackawanna for our throw-in. Can hear the Lackawanna coach, Megan Tweedy, down there trying to encourage her team to have a purpose and maintain possession and play with a little bit more energy, but it is Howard who gains possession back. Now Riley Scott. She'll play it forward. Sonati again with a bombing run. She goes into the box. Sonati will cross it over again, and Issa Krutner will tap it in for the wide open goal. But what a play by Tessa Sonati to set that one up. She has had another fantastic game for the Dragons. For Krutner, that will be her first collegiate goal. And Dragons now make it a 7-1 lead. Rodriguez. She'll play it forward. Sonati is three. She's into the box. Tessa Sonati now with a chance to make it one for herself, and she will hit it off the inside of the post and make it another one. A great through ball by Amy Rodriguez to find the run of Sonati. And Sonati was not going to miss that one. And a strong finish by her to get that on the inside of the post. For Sonati, her second of the game and second of the season. corner kick now for the Dragons as Jopes puts it right into the middle of the box. A good play there by Cherubini to cut that one out. Cherubini takes her time and now will boot it forward. And there's just nobody home for Lackawanna. Now Slade trying to move forward to put some pressure on. Bruno tries to find Slade, and that will go off of the foot of Viola for a Howard throw-in. Now a long ball forward by Scott. It is going to be Gina Groff who gets there first and will play it out safely. The Dragons had been struggling to find goals so far this season, relying more on defensive efforts to come out with wins, and now an explosive offensive performance in this game, striking for 8 with 12 minutes left. And now you can hear Viola trying to talk to her teammate to make a run, and some frustration from the Falcons. As they are suffering through their second straight rout in this weekend. Scott goes long. Rodriguez able to trap it down. Now picks her head up and looks for it. She'll play it forward, trying to find Krutner on the run. And that will be played out by Manweiler for a throw-in. Rollins makes a nice play. She gets into the box, crosses it in. Stangerlin trying to fight through it. And Cherubini now will come and collect it. Cherubini with a booming punt forward. Takes a huge bounce, and Poloni will head it off of the one bounce and gets it wide to Scott. Scott finds Sonati and tried to play it off of the foot of Viola, but misses on that one. It goes out. Rodriguez holds up play for Howard. Now it's Rollins. Rollins switches the field. Krutner is wide open. Krutner in on goal. Issa Krutner takes a shot, and it's saved, and then off of the foot of the Lackawanna defender. And that will go in for a goal. It will be an own goal on number Austin Kirkpatrick. So the Dragons make it 9 on the own goal as they continue to fight forward. And you have to imagine that Coach Seagroves will now tell her team to try to just maintain possession more than just going forward. Sonati plays it back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez flips it forward to Sonati, who didn't realize that her teammate was offsides. And now Viola will just hit it out of bounds. That is played out, will be a Howard throw-in. Sonati traps that down. Plays to the corner, but Rodriguez had stopped her run, and it will be out for a goal kick. Nichols tries to play it forward, and another Lackawanna player is down as she took the brunt of that force. As that is Groff who's down, and she's able to get herself back up. Lackawanna's bench is pretty depleted now after suffering several injuries in this game. Just trying to get through the rest of it without any additional players going down. Jobst tries to find Rollins, and Rollins will take that one off the stomach. Now Bruno of the Falcons. Manweiler. Lackawanna trying to push bodies forward. Apsley. Garcia's making a run in, but ends up finding Viola on the wing. Viola plays it forward, trying to find Apsley, but Jobst cuts it out. Played back in. Now Rollins dribbles around Groff. Rollins now will try to cross it in for Dvorak. And Bruno with a good defensive effort. Now it's Bruno who's just going to dribble it up. Nobody from the Dragons midfield looking to stop her. And gives that one away. Scott will just boom it up the field, trying to just get it out of the danger zone. And Nichols has her jersey grabbed by Garcia, and a foul is called against the Falcons. Riley Scott will take this one. She'll get some air into this one and some backspin. That will be out for a throw-in. Zuback will replace Rollins in the middle of the park, as Rollins likely will see her day done on a strong effort. For the Dragons, they continue to get to enjoy games in Columbia. As I mentioned before, Potomac State comes to town on Saturday, September 25th, and Hagerstown will be in Columbia on the 28th, just a few days later, for a 4 p.m. Tuesday night game. Then they'll hit the road for 4 straight at Richard Bland, at Hartford, before going to New Jersey for a couple of games, where they will take on Sussex and Mercer on October 9th and 10th, before finally returning home to take on Montgomery in what's traditionally a fantastic rivalry game on October 13th. That is a Wednesday afternoon game. Definitely one to keep an eye on, as the Dragons will hunt to not only make the regional tournament, but also looking for their 4th straight national tournament appearance, as they had 2 straight in Division III, and then last year in the spring, in their first year as a Division II team, qualifying for their 3rd straight national tournament appearance and hoping to go 4 straight this year. Dragons currently the number 12 ranked team in the NJCAA Division II. And we'll see where they fall in the rankings after 3 games with 2 wins and a loss. That loss coming against the ranked Knights of Essex earlier in the week. Just 2.5 remaining here in this game, as the result of which was pretty much never in doubt after the first couple goals by Howard, as they've just been in control of possession and chances. And have shown a much better job of taking advantage of those chances, as they will need those goals to keep coming for them to make a run. Dragons have been relying on just a couple players over the last couple of seasons to really provide all their goals. This year, showing a much more balanced goal-scoring production, as the goals have been coming from a number of different sources, with no one player really stepping up and just becoming the primary goal scorer. But that can be tough to go up against if your teams, there's no way to really just be able to, like, all right, we're going to shut this one player down and that will stop the Dragons, when goals are just coming from across the board. Sonati shielding off Viola, and Viola will be called for a push in the back, as the official trying to just make sure that the game doesn't get out of hand with less than a minute remaining. And another foul will be called against Lackawanna. So Zubak will stand over the ball with 20 seconds left and one last chance, and we'll see what she will do with it. She will try to pop into the box. Sonati will come onto it. Sonati will try a shot. Swing and a miss there.
7, 6,
And
5, 4,
she will get one last chance. That is saved by Cherubini. And that will do it for us here, as the Dragon Invitational has come to a conclusion. And the Dragons will come away with 2 strong wins, including this 9-1 win over Lackawanna in the final game. We thank you so much for attending today's game, and we hope you will stick around and keep an eye on the Dragons website, www.howardccdragons.com, for all up-to-date info, news, schedule, stats, and roster for the Howard CC Dragons sports this year. That'll do it for us here. Final score again, Howard 9, Lackawanna 1.